Hey guys, this is the Kicking Girl here. Today I'm going to show you how to make Minion figurines. I'll be making 3 minions to show you different ways of making hair, eyes, and legs. These are the colored fondants you'll need. I made the yellow with half golden yellow and half lemon yellow. And the blue is with royal blue and delphinium blue. I used regular brown for my brown, and then red and black and white. First, I'm gonna mix the yellow fondant with gumdrop powder so it becomes gum paste. This will help it dry and harden faster. Next, I'm gonna start shaping them, and I'm using a smoother to help me. Okay, and I'm gonna make one that's longer. Some of the minions are taller than the others. Okay, now roll out the blue fondant. Make a straight cut at the bottom and then at the top as well. And then make a part that sticks out for the overalls. Make it long enough so that it wraps around the back of the minion as well. Throughout this video, I'm using water as glue. Stick the overalls on and have them cover all the way around. Tuck the bottom in and cut off any extras. The front pocket is actually curved on the bottom, so I'm using a circle cutter and then make a straight cut on the top and both sides. Then glue this in front of the overalls. Then roll out 2 thin strips for the straps. Have the strap overlap the corners because you'll be adding buttons thereafter. Okay, I have my 3 minions with their overalls. I'm gonna make one of the minions standing, so we're gonna make the legs for it. So with gum paste powder, mix it into the black and blue fondant. Cut a small piece of the blue for the legs and make a line in the center. Then with the black fondant, make it slightly longer than the blue one so it sticks out as his boots. Make sure they're proportional to the minion. Attach them together and set it aside while we finish the minions. Okay, so now we're gonna make the eyes. You'll need circle cutters and make sure they're proportional to your figurine. You'll want cutters that are slightly smaller and bigger so you can have a border for the goggles. So I have a large, medium, and small. My large one is a circle cutter. My medium is an icing tip, and my small one is a circle plunger. So one of my minion is going to have one eye, and for that I'm going to use a large and medium together. And then my other 2 minions are going to have 2 small eyes, so I'm going to use the medium and the small together. Okay, I mixed my black and white fondant together to get my gray fondant. Roll it out a bit thicker so they're going to be the goggles. Then roll out white fondant and make this really thin. And for the eyelids, we'll use yellow fondant and make it really thin as well. I'm making an extra pair of eyes to show you how to do the eyelids. Glue the white circles on first. And with the yellow circles, you can cut them to make them into eyelids. So the big one is going to look like he's annoyed, and this one will look like he's laughing and excited. And this one will have a normal looking eyes. So you can have eyelids on the top and on the bottom as well. For the pupil, I'm using brown fondant. So to make really small circles, I roll a tiny ball and I press down with the back of an X-Acto knife. So pinch the same amount of fondant when you roll the ball so you get the same size pupil. And just pinch a little bit more for the bigger eye. and glue the pupils on. And with the black fondant, roll it out and cut them into strips. Then glue them onto the minion all the way around to the back. So I made this extra pair of eyes to show you that if we turn it, we can change the expression of the minion. He can look angry, drowsy, then turn upside down, and he can look suspicious as well. I'm using an edible black marker. If you don't have one, you can mix black food color gel with vodka or lemon extract. First you draw a circle, then a dot in the middle, a line to connect the dot to the circle, then draw 4 lines to create a diamond shape in the middle. Okay, and I'm going to dot the middle of the pupil as well. And with the same way that I made the pupils, I'm going to make the buttons as well. Okay, this part is optional. I'm going to paint on some details. You can leave this part out if you like. I'm using a bright white color gel, and I'm diluting it with lemon extract. And for the goggles, I'm using lemon extract with silver luster dust. So I'm adding white dots at the corner of the pupils, and I'm crossing the buttons as well. I diluted the white with just 1 drop of water, and I'm going to add some lines for the overalls. And I'm going to paint the goggles silver. For one of the minion, I'm going to use fondant for the smile. The other two, I'm going to use black edible marker. And for the hair, the first way is making very skinny strings with black fondant. With this method, I glue the hairline flat on top of the minion. I find it breaks off easily if I try getting them to stand up, so the second way of making hair is I use toothpicks and I paint them black. So I'm going to let the toothpicks dry for a bit, so right now I'm going to do the arms. So with black fondant, roll it out, and if you want to make sure they're the same size, you can use a circle cutter. Then make 2 cuts for their fingers. And for the arms, I'm just using yellow, and I'm just going to roll it into a string as well. Okay, so this is one hairstyle that the minion has. The fondant strands can be used for this. With a tiny bit of red, I'm going to add the tongue, so you can use the same circle cutter so then the edges would fit together. So I made a pair of legs before set aside to dry. That one is for a minion that's standing, so I'm also going to show you how to make one that's sitting down. And it's really simple. Just roll out blue fondant for the legs, then cut the black fondant in half so both pieces are the same size, and roll them for the shoes. So I've added barbecue skewers into the minions, and I'm going to attach them onto the cake dummy. So the right minion, I've added the standing legs. And this left one here is gonna be a sitting one, and I'm gonna glue on the legs. For the middle minion, I'm going to leave him with no legs. That's how I make my minions for my cakes. It's not noticeable and it makes it sturdier as well, especially if you're going to make a minion that's this size or smaller. For the standing up strands of hair, just insert the toothpicks on the top of the head. And if anyone wants to eat the figurines, just let them know to take out the toothpicks first. Okay, so here's a top view of the 3 different hairstyles. Okay, and that's how I make my Minion figurines for my cake toppers. I've showed you how to make the different eye expressions, the different hairstyles, and if the minion is sitting or standing. I hope you find this helpful. Please subscribe to my channel for more tutorials. Thanks so much for watching.